the other emotions that come into play when, you're trying to protect that little boy, the hurt boy, which I am now. I'm completely like, I'm beaten, emotionally. But sorry, it's pretty tough to because I've just been facing that, and I use dissociation and avoidance as a way of coping in the past, and it's something I don't want to do anymore. I don't want to avoid. I want to, face these extremely uncomfortable emotions.
One
And
of the things.
y-
Sorry, bro.
yeah,
I keep
no,
interrupting
just
you. I
in
apologize.
I just want to. No, so it's my fault. It's just that I want to do it in the most healthy way. For me, I know that avoidance and dissociation for me, when she done this to me before, didn't bode well for me, health wise, mental health wise, and for my family. And I just don't want to do that no more. I just want to face everything and you know, be the man that I love and want to be. So that's
I
where
I
I
just
am.
want to honor you, brother, because the fact that uh we are willing to look ourselves in the mirror
Yeah,
and we choose to see what we can do better, even though we're in our own space of pain. That
yeah,
is like, for me, that's always been one of the greatest parts of taking responsibility of any situation is like, hey, there's situations out there that happen. We keep focusing on doing our best, and then still, they happen, but it doesn't mean that we are lack or less or less loved or any of these things. In fact, it means that we have even more power and even more grace because we're choosing to just really be authentic in our expression. And you mentioned something about avoidance, and
yeah,
I believe, at least for me, the biggest opportunity, and Sagitas can really vouch for this, is like when I have an issue, I really raise the conversation or ventilate or share it instead of holding it in, because this war within ourselves is one that starts to be created outside of us if we don't have healthy conversations. And literally, I just got off a call with one of our business partners, and we've been able to create these healthy relationships, whether it comes to finance or leadership or development in our organization, because by having healthy mirrors and by having opportunities to recognize that there is a problem, there is adversity, that there are challenges, we can actually start to create and transform an empowered change for a positive future because we have the willingness and the structure to look at each other and say, okay, there's a problem here. There's nothing wrong with
yeah,
having a problem. There's only something wrong with having a problem if we don't focus on finding the solution. So
yeah,
most people, they see the problem, focus on the problem, focus on the problem, focus on the problem, and they never get to the solution part. They only focus on the problem part. And
yeah,
what you're doing right now, and what I'm observing anyways, and what I'm seeing is that you're seeing and recognizing there's a problem. You're seeing and recognizing a pattern. You're seeing and recognizing that, hold on, I don't want to keep repeating this. I want to be around people that are helping me facilitate, create, or cultivate a new opportunity where I can utilize this problem and I can create a solution for that problem, because that's how we create new patterns. That's how we
yeah,
create new awarenesses. That's how we cultivate new levels of development or consciousness. And so what I'm hearing, brother, is that by you stepping into this level of grace, and we spent a lot of time together when I was in London. You were so gracious with your time. You gave me a lot of your love and efforts, and
yeah,
you we had a beautiful, beautiful day together where you really spent a lot of your artistic expression in such a beautiful way to highlight my emotion. So today we get to
Yeah,
really serve you and be here for you, brother, and you're always welcome back. So this is a place where we really focus on in the now, creating solutions and helping us see blind spots because we all have them, especially me.
yeah.
So yeah, brother, thank you for just showing up and being willing to express yourself with this place without avoiding.
It's quite a bizarre thing because I could feel like a shift happening in my life, and I felt it when I was with you. I felt it then, and obviously, no, not saying anything bad about the lady and what she chose and whatever, but when she came into my life again in the midst of a massive breakdown, and there was this battle internally with me: do I, don't I? Like, do I go with who I am? Or what the guy's telling me this is going to end really bad, emotionally for you because I invest, Um, when I had that, it was like a moment where it felt like a test for me, to be like, uh, be brave, be bold, and trust that instinct that that you've got and been blessed with. I felt it, and I even felt it during in certain instances, but there was something in me that it's obviously lacking in regards to how I feel about myself, like as a the wounded child needs to be healed in order for me to go forward in all my true essence, because there's always this like block that's been trying to there's always this block that's in the way, and it's just really difficult for me.
So do you are you sitting somewhere?
I'm just about to. I've literally just got to my address because I've been staying at my sister's because I needed somewhere to stay. So I'm just gonna sit here because I'm also finding it hard to face the my home. Uh, I can't explain it. It's like I'm struggling with the detachment, you know, and it's something I know I need to do. I've completely blocked her and done all of those things. But it's the things in the home that I haven't been ready to face yet, and this is why I've come home today.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm sitting down now, and that's what I need to do in order for me to move forward in the most healthy way.
So
But yeah,
I
when
appreciate
you
you
talk
doing it. It sounds
yeah.
like you're doing it. Sounds like you're doing it. So it's awesome.
yeah, it's just it's like my heart knows what to do. It's just I need that little push, like I've always been.
No, you don't need that from outside for sure.
Yeah, yeah. It's just
Uh,
It,
something. I think I've got this little safety thing, this little pocket I rely on, to go all the way, and it's like it's all within me. I know this. I know this deep down.
so I would like to ask you, brother, and hi Bao, welcome. It's good to see you. Uh Thank you for
Hello.
being here. Um I just want to ask you, brother, when you talk about the wounded child, what comes up for
Mm.
you? Like, what is here when you're being curious about the wounded child within oneself?
Um, so
What shows up?
basically, um, I'm not sure if you remembered much about the conversation we had,
I do.
but my mum, yeah. So the thing with my mum, you know, like I think I've always tried to be, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the video back up. Yeah, not necessarily a bad thing, but I try and help heal, and even when I know it's kind of out of my capabilities at a certain time in my life, and in the end, I end up empty and beaten, and it just ends in heartbreak. And for me, I've got a lot of I suppose there's some hurt, anger for the unanswered questions that I know I'm never gonna know. You know, it's deep down. I need to come to terms with that. That's what I battle with deep down in my heart. Questions and answers, and I just
Do you
don't
want
seem to
to,
get them.
are you okay to openly share while we're streaming
Mm.
what has happened that it has wounded you, just for context or for anybody that's here uh that wants to understand the situation a little bit better?
Yeah. So I was so when I was little, my mum was uh I can explain it nowadays. They would say she was uh, uh vulnerable. You know, like she had special needs. That at the time things weren't as uh sorry, I've got so many phone calls coming. Sorry. Um, sorry. Yeah, so uh she was targeted. She was murdered when she was 26, and as a 7-year-old boy, I witnessed some horrific instances where sadly I carried guilt and shame, you know, growing into a man and thinking I couldn't protect, you know. So I think what I've done growing up is made it like my mission to help and protect. And when it doesn't work out, it really deeply hurts. And I need to come to terms with that, the fact that you can't, you know, help everyone. You can't, you know, be that person that I so desperately want to be. I mean, I know I can do it to an extent, but to the extent I try and do it is an unfair task, you know, for anybody to take on.
I just would love to ignite the fact that you've been doing exactly that for the last 10 months with this amazing lady, that you've been showing up for her. So, you know,
Yeah,
you've been wanting to protect, to serve, to be a solution-oriented man that is in service to what her needs are. And by her making the decision to leave or to do any of the things, it's bringing up this old wound that you may think is actually unhealed. But what I'm actually recognizing is that you've been walking the path of showing up. And so
yeah,
the moment like something external happens and says, hey, you know, I'm being taken advantage of, or the monkey mind is telling us that we're being taken advantage of. And even though the act of what you've been consistently doing is showing up, showing up, showing up, the moment of that mind, it comes in and it says, you know, when we're in our head, we're dead, right? So the moment it comes back and says, hey, I haven't been doing this because, and that old wound shows up from what had happened with your mom
yeah,
because you wanted to show up. And by the way, you know, nobody should ever have to go through what you went through, you know, with your mother's, uh, you know, experience and death. However, you've been showing up with resilience and power and protection and certainty for others. And even though that person may have not decided or discovered that you've been that man, maybe what you're calling in, your soul is calling in now, is a healthy mirror, so that somebody actually values the conviction, the ability that you've been showing up, and they see that you are super devoted because you've been doing it for the past year.
That
Have you ever
that's
thought of
the
that?
I have. I mean, she, like, one of the last things I said to her was like, you know, that I've been there for you, you know, like at that, like, I'm talking about, you know, like a really bad breakdown. I won't go into it, but like she had nothing, no one. And I did this all after she broke my heart before, and I was unaware of certain things that she had going on, you know, like in her mind and heart and stuff, because I wasn't given answers then. And what I'm slowly learning is, you know, like some people have it in their, they're capable, but not all the time, you know, like to be able to give you what you need. I do, yeah. I'm just on a call. I'll bring it to you, yeah. Okay. But yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, deep down, like, I know she knows I was there. I know she knows, basically my cup was being emptied over time. She got a new, well, it was, she got a new job and instantly changed how she was with me.
Sorry,
Didn't
I
want
have a,
to, sorry.
sorry,
Yeah.
kind of like I want to interrupt, and I want to ask the question you, how do you feel about yourself?
It's always directed at myself, you know, like all these, thank you. Yeah, I'm just, no matter what happens in my life, I always blame, you know, the man I look at in the mirror, because
Yeah.
I understand, you know,
So
like,
to tell that she broke your heart is not necessarily the truth.
no, I broke my own heart.
She cannot do that. It's you, the one who did that to yourself.
Yeah, I knew, and that was what my gut was telling me initially, that by you taking this on,
By who?
that by me, you know, like me taking on the task, and what I felt was like a duty, a love. It definitely was a deep love. I loved her even though, you know, she left before. I I yeah, I opened myself up to this. So in everything in my life, I never throw the blame at anybody else. I take my massive part in everything that goes wrong and everything that goes right, and always lived that way. And I think I punish myself, which is, you know, this happening is bad enough, but then, you know, to punish yourself and ask yourself, you know, like, internalize everything, and was I not worth the truth and stuff like that. Because she got her job changed with me, didn't want
What
to be around my children, and left.
what is your need, brother? Like, yeah, we can go into stories, but like, I'm curious, what is your
Yeah,
need? What is your need?
that what I've been learning is my need. And I was watching something today. My need is obviously for love and acceptance, but what I've learned today is that's all within me and not in another person.
Yeah.
I've been fighting a losing battle by placing that, you know, on
Brother,
someone else's.
happiness is a choice, man.
Of course, yeah, definitely. And this is what I'm trying to do. You know, I'm trying to keep my brain occupied. I'm trying to thingy.
Yeah.
I'm really battling with the detachment phase. Like, I've blocked her on everything, but I keep wondering what's on social media, and I'm not really of this. You know, I'm not too
So do
big
you
on
remember who
social.
Yoda is? You remember
Yoda.
Yoda?
Yeah,
Yoda?
yeah, yeah. Of course.
There is no
Yeah.
try. There is only do.
Yeah. I
Right?
just,
So hold on. Uh it sounds to me like you're really battling between your mind and your heart because there's a consistent ability that your heart is wanting to show up and know like it's able to say some of this wisdom, and your
yeah.
mind keeps like plugging in and wanting to like to take you
It's,
away from the present moment of what is actually happening around you. I'm curious, Bao, do
yeah.
you want to share any insights of what you're hearing? Because you're very attentive and you're paying attention. Are you hearing anything that you'd like to share?
I'm not sure. This is my first time being
Hey.
with.
I know.
I I I hear a lot of yeah, insecurity and a lot of in what you experience, because I think that you're going through a breakup time, and it's definitely something which is really hard for every one of us. Though I think that you blame yourself for a lot of things, and I don't think it's necessary, because there's always two people in a relationship, and there's also only so much you can do if you're in a relationship. And
Yeah.
yeah, and I don't think that these things that happen to you are permanent, and they are not because you are like you are. It's maybe also because of the other person. And I it sounds strange, but I always think that there will be better times coming, in terms of this is not a permanent state that you will be in. And there will be times where you get back to your self-confidence.
I thank you for that. I do know that because this is the second time around, just to let you know. And when it happened the last time, obviously I didn't have the best coping mechanisms. I did dissociate, and I went into this void that I often went to when I was faced with uncomfortable feelings and emotions. But this time, and I got better then. I was going out, I was being creative, and I could finally see, like a little light, and or a big light. It was coming, it was there. And even now, I'm smiling, which that wasn't here 2 days ago at all. Even if I was talking about something positive, um, this time round, I think the reason it's really hurting is because I'm facing these things that I'm really uncomfortable facing. I'm outside the home we shared together, and it's like, I know I'm gonna walk through that door. It's just doing it. But yeah, so I'm just battling the detachment phase. Like I've gone through every emotion you could imagine in the last 5 days, but now it's like you need to let go. I was going to write a letter, and not for her to read and stuff, and just let that go too, and yeah, just do all things that to express how I feel, you know, and let it out there and move forward, because right now it feels like a daunting task, you know, having there's photos all around the house that I'm yet to. So yeah, I'm as much as I like to say I'm not avoiding, there is an element of avoidance obviously within me that I'm trying to push against. So as the mind's trying to make me not do things, like I am trying, you know. Uh, and there is definitely insecurities there because of, my mum's death wasn't like a rejection or an abandonment, but in a way I felt the way I internalized it as a kid was like, the choices that she made in my mind at the time left me without her.
Mm.
and I only come to terms with that this year. Funny enough, I asked myself, like, because I've always been protecting of her name, of her who she was, but she did make some terrible, terrible choices, which, you know, ultimately, you know, did cause some pain. And to actually acknowledge that, and it doesn't make me love her any less, but it's something that needs to be acknowledged, and that's why I keep saying I need to go back and heal those wounds in order for me to, God forbid, you know, something like this ever happens to me again. I want to be able to feel it, let it, you know, be there and let it go at the same time, you know, and just be more healthy in the mind, you know, in response to call it rejection or redirection or whatever you want to call it, you know. I
So
just really need to.
I just
Sorry,
want you
sorry, sir.
to, I would love for you to recognize that you're actually doing all those things right now in the present moment. So you're feeling, you're allowing this redirection, your rejection is, you know, really being observed, and you're here with an amazing community that is holding space for you to experience and feel the emotion in the present moment. So really what you're saying, you're calling in the now, and you're being here now, and just breathe into that, you know? Breathe
Yeah,
into that right now and just feel you got Bao here, you got myself, you got Sagitas, and whoever watches this later that is really going to be able to send a bunch of energy your way by you just expressing it. So it's happening.
it is. It is. I just feel a massive shift, you know, and then this is why I think my spirit was quite unsettled towards the end. You know, like,
You're such an analyzer. You go completely back into analyzing.
I know, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
man. Like, hey, welcome. Hey, what's up? Hey, Brodsky, how are you?
yeah, I just need to stop analyzing. I've done that all my life, by
Hey,
the way.
hey, hey,
Sit.
hey. I asked
How are you feeling?
how
How's
are you
things,
feeling?
brother?
How are you?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay.
I couldn't, if I may invite you to take a breath, or all of us just to take a few breaths, maybe 3 breaths all together, deep inhales, and just like drop it. Ah,
Ah.
ah.
Uh, yeah.
One more bonus. Ah,
Ah.
yeah. It's happening. It's now. It's all amazing. You're doing it.
Um,
And you're here with a bunch of ladies and men that
I,
absolutely love and appreciate you, bro.
I can't even
What
see who said. Oh, 5 participants. See, I'm there like
Welcome.
talking away. It keeps bouncing, you know, between who I can see. So I'm on the phone. So. But yeah, no, I
Brother,
had
like
to reach out to you, Eric.
what I hear, what I hear, brother, you really explored yourself deeply on figuring it out. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
But it also can be a trap, my man.
it's a gift and a curse, you know, to have
Yes,
this
it is.
mind on my shoulders. I mean, my grandfather, I was always observant, you know, especially literally instantly from my mum's death onwards, I was watching everything. I was analyzing. My grandfather used to
Yeah.
say, you know, wake up, you know, like, you know, like he was done what basically the exercise you just did, and brought me back to reality.
Grandfather came through. He was like, "Hey, Brian, wake the fuck up! Wake the fuck up!"
He was always like that because, and I remember overhearing conversation with my grandmother, and he said, "That boy takes everything in." And he said, right now, he said, he's just lost his mum, but he says if this carries on, he's gonna, take on everyone's emotions, and it's gonna, have a
Are you
thingy
aware
effect.
that your superpower?
Am I aware of my superpower?
Yeah.
I don't know. No, not fully. I know
think
that.
you are very aware. I feel like you just don't see that as a superpower.
Yep.
And what is that?
Well, maybe you need to watch the video again.
Is it analyzing?
It's up to you, man. It's up to you. It's
Oh,
your game. It's your game.
Your ability to observe and take yourself outside of the experience is really fascinating.
Yes.
Hey, my therapist has actually said something along the same lines. They said it almost felt at sometimes that they were in a therapy session. They said there's like they said there's like a dance between the deeply sad and then the logical. Yeah, they said there is complete logic there, and then there is another one that battles. Another part of me, which is what I call the warrior. The boy, the one. This is all going wrong. I need a sense of control, or
So
and then the logic steps in.
One of the things Steve Jobs says is the real geniuses are the thinkers that do things, the thinkers that combine it with doing. So the thinkers that are doers are the ones that actually emphasize genius. So the one thing that if we stay in our head, we're dead. So if we're only thinking and we're not doing, then we're not actually having the full experience, right? And so
I understand totally.
Your opportunity now is to fully embody the experience, because like in their cognitive mind, you're tapping into the emotion, you're experiencing the emotion, you're going through the emotion, but you're observing it in the cognitive. Allow that to drop into your physical experience, and you'll be in complete alignment in everything that you do in the way that you choose to observe life. And by the way, people will then see you for the magic that you're actually bringing to the world. Instead of just observe, 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 allow yourself to feel, to feel, to feel. Be here now instead of observing the situation, and everybody will recognize your wisdom because it's there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
One thing also comes to share that you in that relationship that you call unhealthy, that you feel it's traumatized in some ways, as I assume, you've been making those choices. And I feel every time you chose self-love, you chose integrity, you chose your words, you chose your actions. And by not seeing for a long time in that, well, that's the breakup is the only way, I think.
See, obviously there's things that I haven't disclosed about the breakup because I never speak, ill of anyone that is not present. But there was two people that I have no doubt loved each other. There was obviously, well, for her there was an illness that was going on that I, at the time, felt okay to take on. Over time, it wore me down, to a point where it was like,
no, you worn yourself down, brother. You did it to yourself.
I understand.
So the language you use, you say that you don't blame her, but I heard you blaming quite a few times her for your experience.
Yeah.
And I would invite you to find gratitude and remember the beauty of all that relationship and the lessons you took out of it, because you went into that relationship with the lessons you needed to learn.
Yeah.
It's, to me, it's very obvious somehow.
Yeah.
So
I
what are you
understand.
grateful for? What are you grateful for that relationship?
For me personally, I was grateful that, and I said this, you know, before the end was, and I always said it all during. I said, even if you coming back into my life was so that I could be that person for you and help you through that tough time, then I'm at peace, you know, total peace with that. That at that point, you know, I was at total peace with that. And I said, you know, before she left, like that must have been it, because I couldn't understand. I could pinpoint where it went wrong, but I was asking answers for someone that just couldn't give me them, and I think I internalized it as I wasn't worth the truth or the answers, instead of, you know, some people deal with things differently, you know, and understanding in that moment that
You're
there's two
analyzing
people
again.
here. Sorry.
What are you grateful for?
What are you grateful for? What are you
That's a
grateful
good one.
for?
Oh, that was it. Sorry. Man,
I love it, Brian. This is so awesome. Thank you for being so
I
open and vulnerable, and yeah, being who you are.
what was I grateful for? Yeah, I was grateful for being there for her, and being able to, yeah,
What are you grateful for
be
now?
that person when she never had no one. I'm not grateful for now.
What are you grateful for now?
I'm finding that
Because
pretty
you
difficult.
said I was grateful for. What about you grateful for now? I am grateful for what? Can you take a
I'm
breath
finding that.
and can you take a breath and like close your eyes and maybe go inside to discover it? Because you're looking out.
I know it sounds cliche. I'm just grateful for the love and time we shared together.
Here you are. And it's not a cliche, man.
And the smiles, you know, that
Beautiful.
that I didn't think I'd see again.
Bow, Monica, what are you grateful for? Ladies.
Right now that I still have half a pizza left.
I love it.
So good.
Yeah.
Can you? I really want pizza. Can you show it?
Yeah, I can get it.
Monica, what are you grateful for?
And hi, Monica. Welcome.
Hey guys. Hey, I was silent because I'm driving, and I also wanted to be here to support Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hey,
I'm sorry we didn't connect yesterday,
that's
but there's a rhyme and reason for all of it. So we didn't connect yesterday, but we'll today, and I'm sure we'll have a chat.
Thank
Wow,
you.
I'm grateful for you guys and how incredibly blunt and on point you are with your therapy session right now. Good job. Really, really impressed. Yeah, I just love that you're so real and raw and honest. And Brian, thank you for allowing us to be a part of your journey there, because it's most people will shy away from sharing such vulnerability and such deep emotion, especially when it's when it's kind of, especially when you're in the hot seat, because I think the most difficult thing about what you're going through is being in the hot seat right now, and you can't really see or use your own tools usually when you're in the hot seat. So having others point these things out to you can be very helpful, because it's very hard to make amends with yourself after something like this. So I'm grateful for all of you and for this amazing community, and that you guys are so committed to the daily calls. I'm getting better at actually hopping on. So yay.
Yes, you are for sure. Yes, you are for sure.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there when I can.
It's good to see you.
Good
To see you, and
guys
thank you for
too.
being here.
Somehow I made an assumption, Monica, that I want to check with you. Are you also like over analyzer?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, aren't all empaths over analyzers? I feel like we all are.
Fuck yeah.
But does it mean you have to be analyzing and coming out with a conclusion out of it? Because I feel like there's lots of over analyzers, but it also goes in the direction that you're coming from. So, for example, if my friend over analyzed, then it goes in sometimes more
That
negative
sounds very over analyzed, by the way.
But I mean, if I over analyze, it usually comes out. Not
That's
sure.
kind of the peak performance of analyzer.
Not sure, but
Making analysis out of analysis.
Okay, yeah, that's probably true.
You're so funny, Sagitas.
I love these calls. It's really cool. Like the magic is happening here. It's nuts. I love it.
This is the magic of just being in community and being so open and vulnerable in community, because then as a result, we're able to observe one another's wisdom and really recognize that we're never here alone. Like there's this beautiful ancient saying, that once you discover who you are, you're actually always here alone, all one. And so this mirror that gets to show up all the time, it's really profound, because what happens is there's a lot more resonance. Like Nikola Tesla, he said, if you want to discover the secrets of the universe, follow energy, vibration, and frequency. And we won't even need to talk, because we just understand.
And what is
that's another over analyzer.
No, this is just facts. Because ultimately,
yes.
Can someone explain to me what is this energy? Everyone is talking about this, and I think I'm still at the very beginning of my journey, and I don't get it, like this energy. Everyone's talking about there's some energy, and you have to grasp this energy, and I can't see the energy. I don't know where to get it.
Maybe I'm curious, when you close your eyes, if you close your eyes right now and take in a deep breath, what do you feel? Well, hold on a second. You just opened your eyes. Hold on a second. I literally said, what do you feel? Breathe in. What do you feel? And then you opened your eyes. So do that again. Breathe in and really tap into the feeling. What do you feel?
Hey, you okay?
And everybody, by the way, everybody can do this if they're not driving.
Hello, anybody there?
But just to give you there's no right or wrong answer here. Feel free to express yourself in whichever way you choose. So you can still have your eyes closed and just really tap into the feeling. What's happening? What do you constantly feel? What are you recognizing in your chest, in your fingers, in your legs? What is that?
I would say it's anticipation. Is it a feeling? Is it a feeling? I'm not sure.
Okay, so it sounds like
So cute.
so yes, please. What are you anticipating in the feeling? Because that's still in your mind, the anticipation.
Yeah, but is it also a feeling? I'm not sure. It's like a feeling that something is going to be happy or fun. I'm not sure.
So yeah,
Optimism. Also a
you're
feeling,
so
or maybe
cute. You're so cute. I love it.
not sure. Yeah, maybe. I don't feel much. I close my eyes and I don't feel anything. But then I feel like this is fun.
So this is you think that is fun.
Yeah, I think it is fun. I feel now.
And
Yeah.
what is the feeling? Do you feel any tingling sensation? Any body parts moving? Do you feel the skin on your body?
Yeah, I can feel this. Yeah.
Mm.
But
Have you ever thought about what that is? Have you ever
my
thought about
my body? Yeah, my body. My body existing.
Okay, amazing. So you're thinking about your body existing. Fascinating. Wow. So profound. So you're thinking about your body existing. So you know there you've been to Tony, right? He says when we're in our head, we are dead, right?
Yeah,
Have you heard
maybe.
that saying before?
Yeah, I heard about it. I was there. I met you there.
I
It
know,
was
but I'm just verifying. This is it. I'm just being fun
I'm
about this.
not sure. I'm often in my head, but then also sometimes I feel my head empty. So
You feel your head's empty?
yeah, sometimes I feel my head is quite empty. Yeah. Sometimes it's like a lot in my head, but also sometimes it's empty. But then if I don't feel much.
Okay, hold
It's
on,
just my
because I just need to get into this process right now. Because when you say that you feel in your head it's empty,
Mhm.
so what happens in that moment when it's empty in your
Mhm.
body?
Look how she's looking up. Maybe you can try to close your eyes and feel
It's
it.
I think my body is relaxing then.
Oh, beautiful. So when it's relaxing, do you realize a sense of peace?
Yes.
Beautiful. And in that sense of peace, what do you feel in your body? Do you feel maybe your heartbeat?
No.
You don't?
No. Usually
Really?
if I that way, I try to concentrate on my breath.
Okay. And so that's beautiful. You're paying attention to your breath.
Yeah.
Do you ever pay attention to the feeling in your body and how the beat, right? Like remember what Tony says, we don't even have to think and our heart beats 100,000 times a day, right?
Yeah.
So have you ever felt or paid attention to that feeling?
That my heart beats?
Yeah.
No, I don't pay attention to that. It's a given.
It's just a given. I love that. It's just a
Yeah,
given.
sorry, I'm not very spiritual. I'm still on my way.
No, but that's fine. But I love the fact that your mind is saying, "Hey, it's just a given." I just want to emphasize this because these are the moments of gratitude that we forget to pay attention to,
yeah, that's true.
right? Because without the heart, our heart started beating before our mind ever existed, and it's like taking it for granted. Oh, it's just there. It's just
Oh,
there.
yeah, it's true.
You asked about what's this energy that we were talking about.
Yeah.
I'm guiding you in a logical way out of your head and back into your body, back into this heart. Because our heart's intention and our heart's guidance, our heart's integrity is actually the one that's communicating. But we've been conditioned for such a long period of time to take us out of the body and into the mind to keep us dead. And when we're dead, we're easily controlled. We're easily manipulated. We're not
When we are
actually truly here.
okay.
That comes with overanalyzing. Yes. Check.
Okay. But then I guess I'm not very attached to my feelings. I mean, I don't feel often something, or usually I'm positive. Maybe it's also a plateau of feelings.
Say again?
I think I don't feel much usually, or I don't pay attention to my feelings. And then if I do, I usually feel happy. But it's also the question, what's your home, right? Your emotional home.
So where is it? Where's your emotional home?
My emotional home, happiness.
But you just said, I'm curious. You just said that you don't pay attention to that often. So are you very seldom unhappy or happy?
No, I'm just happy and I don't pay attention to it.
So you're being happy all the time.
Pretty much, yeah.
I love it.
It's yeah, I'm not sure. It's funny. But for example, if I go to a haunted house, I
Hmm?
go through it and laugh all the time. And others cry or others get angry or anything, but it's yeah.
Interesting. So maybe you're more coherent than you actually choose to believe, but you're not recognizing it in your body and allowing the physical experience to come through because it's your natural state of being. So recognizing that grace is something that perhaps, at least from what I'm hearing, may not be showing up in the natural occurrence because it's just who you are.
Yeah, I think I'm quite easy to be happy about things or grateful for things. So if things happen to me, it's like in an instant, I see the good things. Yeah.
So maybe that's the most spiritual thing that most people have said is to be being able to be happy and grateful. Most spiritual people are even very spiritual people are unable to say that because they're not necessarily truly present to that experience. So this is actually one of the most beautiful things is that everything is spiritual, everything is consciousness, and
Mhm.
everything is energy.
Okay. So I just live on like this. I would just because I was thinking that I might need to find out more about the spiritual side of things because I've not paid much attention to it. But I think there's been always something around. Is it energy? Is it God? I'm not sure. But something
Right.
outside of what is reality? Yeah.
Beautiful. So the reality is the one that you're creating because you're already in coherence. So if for some reason you were attracted to this call, you're
Mhm.
definitely on a spiritual path
Okay. Yeah.
because the universe speaks to you in energy, frequency, and vibration. And the fact is that you've been called into this meeting because something resonated with you.
Yeah.
And so everything is energy, everything is frequency, everything is vibration. It's not even about what we're saying right now. It's about how you're feeling that actually resonates with you, or the fact that you're even still here. Because you could have got off the call an hour ago if you wanted to.
Mhm. Yeah, it could be.
I'm really sorry. I have a meeting right now. I would love to keep talking about this because this is like the energy is everything. And this really means a lot to me. But I hope to see you maybe on any one of the future calls. Brian, it was amazing to hear you open up, and Monica, a pleasure to have your presence here. It's really a gift. You're smiling, you're Polish, and I love your energy. It's so beautiful. So big hugs to you all, and Sagitas as always, my brother.
Brother, I would call in a grace.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh
Sunday
yes,
blessing.
of course. Yes, of course. Thank you. So let's take, those of us that are not driving, taking a deep breath. Close your eyes. And I just want to call in our beloved teacher, our great spirit, our great teacher, to really harmonize this wisdom that comes through us all. May us recognize more of who we are and how we choose to operate from this place of intention, of certainty, of resilience. But most importantly, so that we can continue to go out there into the world and shine our brilliance, shine our light, and utilize our expression with an experience of knowing that we're here to serve something greater than ourselves. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, everybody, for this time, this space, this grace. And I love you all so dearly. Mwah.
We love you. We love you too, Eric. Thank you. I was on mute when I was telling you we love your energy as well. All our energy. And about energy, I'm happy to help. So please reach out to me. I'm gonna take a stab. I'm gonna take a stab at trying to explain my version of what energy is. So if you wanna hear my explanation, I teach about energy and I teach about frequency. So I'm happy to help.
I'm curious to hear that too. So please, at some point.
Tomorrow's call is about energy and infrastructure. It would be amazing to have you share that openly with us all.
Okay, well, I'll do my absolute best to be there.
Just do it. Just do it. Just do it.
I love
Big
it.
love.
No trying.
No, I never said trying, Ziggy, as you've noticed.
I know you didn't.
Did not use
I
the
know you
word.
didn't.